Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, as much as I would like to continue working on the SR for the S14 today, we're going to do something a little bit different because we have a container of tires coming and we don't have a lot of space. We've got a lot of bins here and a lot of random stuff here that I've got to move those bins to. We've got room upstairs for a bit. I'm trying to clear this out, but then I picked up this sweet crate skid thing. Just seemed like something that would be useful, but I'm not sure what it would be useful for, but I got it anyways. Yeah, so basically in this video we are going to do something a little different, and I will show you. So normally I'm going to show you guys over here in this room. Normally we have this entire room up to this car, where this car is, all the way to the wall is usually tires. Tires all the way to the wall, all the way up to the ceiling. But as I mentioned in a couple videos before, this is my wife's car and that is her car as well. And we need more space. And I don't really want to leave these cars outside, obviously. So we are going to build something today that is going to allow me to keep the cars inside and still have space for our container of tires that is coming. Do you guys want to guess how we're gonna make that possible? Basically, if you haven't noticed in here, there is sort of a theme or something I do. If I run out of space, then I try to go upwards because, you know, the ceilings in here are pretty tall. This whole like mezzanine thing with a car over here and a car over here basically allows me to maximize storage space by going upwards. So the plan in this video today is to build some car stands so that I can store a car over here on top of this car. Does that make sense? Is that a bad idea? If it is, whatever. We're gonna see. So, the only thing is, this particular area is limited, obviously, by the height. The height is 96 inches. So, what is that, 8 feet, I think? And I measured the S14 is 49 and a half inches tall. And I actually did lower the car a little bit, but I can lower more. And the other car, this one here, is the FC. So the FC, I measured it, and the height is 49 inches. So you're probably thinking, oh, well, 49 and 49 and a half, well, that's more than 96 inches, right? Yeah, it is. But what I'm hoping for is, the way I build these car stands, the wheel is going to sit in stands, like two tubes. I'm sure you guys have seen these stands. Like James Dean's video before, engineered to slide, and I'm sure there's other people that have stands to store cars on top of each other. So I am hoping that we'll gain a couple of inches depending on how the wheel sits in the stands. So yeah, you can follow along in this video and see if I am successful or if I just bought a bunch of metal and welded it together and wasted it all. But here is just some of the metal already pre-cut because I wanted to save time. I do, however, have to take down this piece of DOM tubing, and there's another one behind there that I need in order to have enough to build these stands. So let's get into it. Alright, so pulled out the Mark II, so we have a little bit more space, and I'm going to show you what material we are using to build these stands. So what I have here is, try to keep it all simple, 2 by 2 inch square tubing with a 120 wall. The round tubing is DOM, 1.5 inch diameter. Same thing, 120 wall. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We got a couple different pieces here. I do have casters that I ordered because I plan on, obviously we're going to use the lift to get the car on the stands, and then the stands will have to roll into the area over there. So we need casters, but I don't have the casters yet. I ordered them. They are on the way, but they should be here tomorrow. So I am trying to get things done as quickly as possible. So I'm going to start building the stands, which is kind of risky because, I mean, as long as I calculated the height of the casters with everything else and the height of the cars, hopefully it all works out. But I guess we're gonna find out. So let's get into it. I'm gonna show you basically how I plan on building this. Although it's pre-cut, I do have to cut a few angles into a few pieces, and I have to notch some pieces for the tubing. But yeah, so let's jump into it. All right, so I got the 2 pieces of round tubing that I had that was up here, down. You can see this one. This is an uncut piece, so this is like, I forget how long this piece is, but it was basically almost touching the ceiling here. But I got it down. I've got the saw set up, and I managed to try to wipe down most of these pieces because they still had cutting oil on them from being cut. And then I mocked up this piece over here just underneath the car to give us an idea of whether this is going to work. So I think it's good. It's going to give us enough space outside of a car, even if there was wider wheels or if there was like a wide body on it. So that piece is good. I'm gonna have to cut these 2 pieces of tubing to that length so that I have 4 of them in total. And yeah, I guess I am just going to get started on cutting the tubing. We're cutting everything to the point where, I don't know. I'm going to cut stuff and start putting it together. All right, so we got everything cut. 4 pieces of these long tubes and then 2 of these shorter ones. Those are gonna be like a brace in the middle. But yeah, so basically we got all this stuff cut. The only thing left is to cut the angles into the uprights, which are those ones there. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so I just cut the angle into this piece right here and this piece right here so that the 2 uprights lean inwards and are able to connect with this piece here. So what's left is I need to cut the upright this way so that this bar can sit flat on top of them. And I do need it to be a specific height. So I'm gonna work that out, try to cut these 2 pieces, and hopefully it all fits together the way it should. All right, here we go. All these pieces are cut, and it looks like it should be right. Yeah, so you guys should be able to see now basically the plan of it. So this is basically the structure. We're gonna have casters at the bottom, and then at the top there, I'm gonna notch that tube for the round tube to go into. So this is the upright. And double check the measurement inside. Seems like it's where it should be, unless my math was off, which is possible. Yeah, so hopefully my math isn't off and this is right. This is what I'm dealing with right now, trying to mock up how the wheel is going to sit in this stand. I think I have this about right. Cole, you think this is right? You think this is right? I don't know. I really don't know. I hope it's right. The way I have the tubes gapped, the wheel should sit in, this is about 5 inches here. So I think that'll help in terms of clearing the ceiling over here on top of this car. All right, so called it a night yesterday, got late, didn't get to tack anything up, but we are continuing on the next day. And I don't know if you can see this. So basically what I have here is I marked out where I want the round tube to go. And I'm gonna have to center punch here for the hole saw. I'm gonna drill out these notches, and I'm gonna do that for all 4 pieces of these need this. Yeah, 4 of them need that, so I'm going to do that to all 4, and then hopefully I can set everything up again and we'll start tacking stuff in. right, so I got these notched out. They actually do need some cleaning up, so I just marked. I marked a couple lines here that I need to cut off, and then these ones I already did, so you can see it much cleaner, and the tube can sit inside of it. Whereas with these, it doesn't quite sit in yet. So I'm gonna finish trimming up these, and then probably clean them up a bit, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, so cleaned up the notches a bit. They're not perfect, they're not great, but good enough that the tubes can sit in them. I will fine tune once I guess tack up the stands and see how the tubes really fit in them. Once they're spaced further apart. So let's start setting up one of the stands. All right, well, you can see what's behind me. I managed to get the two uprights just tacked together so I can kind of mock this up. And yeah, put on the wheel. Put on a wheel to kind of mimic what it would be like once the car is on it. It pretty much seems like how I mocked it up on the floor, with the wheel laying down. I am going to double check all my measurements again before I really fully weld this out. And still waiting on the casters. So right now it looks a little short because it has no casters on it. So yeah, I am going to double check the measurements, and if they're good, I'll start welding it up, and hopefully the casters will come in soon. Measurements seem pretty good. I did have to notch or adjust like the notches for the tubing, but it's pretty good. Next, we're gonna move on to these pieces, which are going to be braces that go in between the two bars, or the two tubes. They're gonna go in the middle here, two of them, and then I'm gonna put a tube in between, which is what these two are for. So I have both sides of these, all four, marked out. Basically where I'm going to use the hole saw and drill out a hole for the tubing to go into, and then I'm going to basically just cut the halves off, or the remainder off, so that it can fit in between these two tubes. So I'm going to do that now, And hopefully my measurements are right and it'll slip right in here. So I ended up just finding the center of the tube, marking it, and then measuring out how far I wanted these two bars, and this is the distance that it's going to be in order to fit this tube in between. So oh, another thing is the casters finally came, so I'm going to open them up, and if they look good and are the right measurements that they were listed as, we can keep moving on this project, and hopefully it is dark outside. Hopefully I can finish today. Alright, so got them all unpacked. They look fine, I guess. I don't know. Not really sure. We'll find out. So 4 of them have brakes, 4 of them don't, but they're all swiveling. And I mean, it is good. It looks oh, okay, never mind. Only the fronts, or I guess only the ones with brakes, have a grease fitting on them. See here. The back ones, or the ones that don't have a brake, don't seem to have any, so I'm not sure how great it is, but I didn't want to spend a lot on casters if I wasn't sure if this was even going to work. Yeah, so I mean, their weight rating is pretty high. It's supposed to be 4 of them can handle 2820, so 2,820 pounds, which is going to be more than what the car is, and we're going to have it spread out over 8, so it should be fine. Yeah, so got the casters. I do have to make plates for this to attach to, and actually I thought that was going to be bolts that came with these. As usual, Amazon listings say one thing and they don't come with it. But that's fine, I have bolts. So, yeah, I'm going to, I guess it's just time to start welding this out. And hopefully we'll have an actual stand, because right now this is just tacked and I've already had this fall over once. While I was trying to mock things up. So, yeah, let's keep going. So all the cars are back in, and the stand or the stands are finished. So now you can see what the plan was the whole time. It was to build these stands so that I could put a car on top of this one, because our tire shipment did come in, as you can see, and this entire area is filled with tires. So we had to move this car and that car out of there, and the only way to do that was to fit 2 cars in here. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the stands. If it's something you enjoyed, make sure you hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed, make sure you click the subscribe button, and see you guys in the next one.